I think there's some really interesting lessons that can be learned from the Passivhaus schools program in Scotland. I think what it shows is that when clear targets are set, the industry responds. You can see that right across the board. 5 years ago, contractors were saying it couldn't be done, but as soon as they were required to do it, they responded. The supply chain has developed rapidly. There's been a huge upskilling across the industry. Consultants have upskilled, clients have upskilled, contractors have upskilled, and almost overnight have been able to deliver Passivhaus. I think the steps that would really help Scotland make a transition towards adoption of Passivhaus for new build housing, we first of all clarity over timescale and standards, so people know what they need to achieve and by when. Then support and training for consultants, for clients and contractors. The great thing is that's already available. The amazing training setup that there is at Best over near Glasgow is already giving training and offering training across the industry. So we can simply piggyback on the back of that and upskill a wider group of people. And I think the other thing that's would really help would be that the Section 6 certifiers that operate the energy part of the Scottish Building Standards need support, development and training. But again, a lot of them are already involved in Passivhaus, so it's not a big step. So I think a few simple, straightforward things would really help Scotland move towards the adoption. It's been clear from day one through the working group and the consultations that Scottish Building Standards have been running, is that the industry is nervous about what will be a big change in building standards. And the industry is looking, therefore, for a transition period to enable them to adapt and upskill. I've always argued that a transition period would be really important to enable this to happen. So I don't think anything's going to happen instantly overnight, and we're not all going to suddenly be required to deliver on day one. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take several years. And I think the experience of those people who've been pioneering Passivhaus is that your first project is harder, but quickly you realize what's required, and each subsequent project becomes easier and easier, becomes second nature eventually.